Guys, welcome to Boomstick Tactical. In today's video I thought I would take a few minutes to show you the Ruger SR22. This is a pistol that I have had for a couple of years, and just for all the safety sallies out there, you can see that there is no ammunition in this firearm. As I said before, I've had this gun for a couple of years. Fun little shooter. I got this thing just as a way to get out in the backyard and just shoot tin cans, paper targets, or whatever. And this gun has been great. One of the downsides of this pistol, however, is it does not like cheap ammunition. And so for you guys that like to buy just the cheapest 22 ammo available, this gun is not going to perform very well with it. You're going to get a lot of misfeeds and that sort of thing. However, with most of your little bit better ammunition, these things run flawlessly. Every now and then you may have a hiccup, but for the most part they will run great. Now, even after a couple of years of shooting this gun and getting it well broke in, I've probably had, I guess I put probably a couple thousand rounds through this. A few hiccups, but when I first got it, bolt pack, it did not do well. Some of the cheaper ammunition, but with the better ammo, with the more time that it has been run, the better it seems to be performing. Some of the reviews out there on this pistol will talk about how that there are a lot of failures in these guns, and I'm here to tell you that the failures most of the time in a 22 come from the ammunition that you're using. If you have a light load, the action may not cycle all the way back far enough to where it can strip another round, or you may just have a bad round that just does not go off. I wanted to take just a minute to show you that something that has happened. You can see here that this magazine still does have a few rounds in it, and the weapon has failed to fire. The reason for that is we have no round in the chamber. And the cause of that, of course, is a light load. I can actually feel it in the previous shot. That shot was just extremely light compared to some of the other rounds. And once again, what that does is it keeps that action from cycling all the way back in order to strip the next cartridge out of the magazine. So whenever you look at some of the failures that happen in a 22, remember that the majority of them, particularly in this model especially, are ammo related. Some of the features that are on this gun, you'll notice that it is very similar to a lot of your tactical models. It has a Picatinny rail. It also has the ambidextrous safety on it. And you can see there for you lefties out there. Now, one thing that this gun also has is the magazine disconnect. Now, if I have the firearm cocked, and again, you've seen earlier, the gun is unloaded, and you can see that the trigger is dead. There is nothing that trigger does. However, and you can see an empty magazine. Once I place a magazine in the pistol, works fine. Same if I put it on safety. The gun is basically, it's unusable, the trigger's dead. If I try to have it cocked and then I put it on safety, that's another thing. The safety is also the decocker. And you put it on safe, it automatically decocks the handgun for you. This gun does come with a couple of different grips. I've got the larger one on for my hand, and it seems to work well, even though with my hands it's still a little bit of a challenge to get a good grip on the gun, but not impossible. You can see that I have here a decent grip on the gun that allows me just to get enough room in there to get my support hand. With the magazine extensions, I am able to get my pinky on the handle as well. And if I did not have that mag extension on the gun, my finger would be just dangling out in the middle of nowhere. But having that little addition of that mag extension helps quite a bit. The sights on this gun are adjustable for windage and elevation. They are basically just a 3-dot sight, and it's a pretty decent sight for what they are. They seem to be very accurate once you get them adjusted. I've had no issues with them whatsoever, and it's just a lot of fun to shoot. It's a good way also to teach someone about shooting. Being a semi-automatic, if someone who is unfamiliar with a semi-automatic, this will be a good gun to teach them some of the fundamentals of it. You don't have to worry about a lot of recoil. Youth shooters, kids, another great way to teach them about shooting is with something like this. Teach them the fundamentals of safety, the principles of marksmanship, and that sort of thing. As I've said before, I've had this gun for a couple of years, and it's gotten better with time. The more that it has been run, the better it seems to perform, even with cheaper ammunition. But if you're in the market, you might want to check out one of the Ruger SR22s. Just before you run a lot of the cheaper bulk pack ammunition, you might want to take the time to get it broken in with some better ammo. Of course, a bulk pack is the better way to save money, but you don't want to be running something that is not functioning your gun very well. Anyways, guys, hope you liked the video. Be sure to subscribe. Check out my website at boomsticktactical.com. I'll leave a link down below. I've also got a link to some different targets down in the description as well. They're just paper targets that you might be interested in. Different games for shooting. It's a good way to help build your accuracy and a good way to have a lot of fun. Anyways, guys, hope you liked the video. Be sure to subscribe. Drop me any comments down below, and thanks for watching.